Guys, today I'm going to be talking about the yays and nays of Trackblazer. Okay, so it's going to be completely unscripted, nothing more than that. I just want to point out that I'm going to be doing a career doing this. So I already have who I want to do. I'm going to make a parent because that's what Trackblazer is mostly best for, is parent farming. So we're making a parent, and hopefully they come out good. But yeah, that's honestly the first thing that's good about Trackblazer, is that parent farming is one of the this is the best scenario for parent farming. The spark is really good. This gives stamina and guts, and that gives a lot, as scenario sparks do. So that is the best part about it, in my opinion. Is it's really good for parent farming, although the fact that it's so long really hurts it. And I also want to point out that aptitude is really important for this too. So for example, Tamamo has mile E. If you can't run miles or mediums, you're basically cooked. What I mean by that is epithets give a lot of stats. Now, overall, the scenario gives a lot of free stats, but most of the time you're going to get your stats from races in summer trainings. So that's why you want so much race bonus. That also comes into another problem, which I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, if say your Oshi is Haru, well, actually tickets also a good indicator. You need a mile spot and a long spark for the best performance you could possibly get. And I don't even want to talk about Haru because you all know she's cooked. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is your deck. So we'll just get past this. We'll just over the parents I'll be using. The first thing is you need race bonus. So that limits decks in what you can use. So I'm not even going to count it, but I have over 50. I know I have over 50. And that's the baseline. You want at least 50 race bonus. And if your card, for example, actually, where is that card? King Halo SR has no race bonus. And it basically killed the card because no one would use it. Your card has to have race bonus. If it doesn't, it's basically useless in the scenario. You want at least 5. But even then, you'd probably want to use a card with 10 race bonus, regardless. So, yeah, you want a lot of race bonus, as much as you can, because races are gonna give you the most stats as well as epithets. I'm not going to go into detail about epithets. You can look it up somewhere else. So I'm just going to leave it, and you'll unlock epithets as you play, as well as get stats from other parts. And that's also like a pro for this. I'd say getting all the stats, all the free stats you just get from doing races, and the scenario gives you stats as well. All those are really helpful. I think that's a pro that can go its way. So I'm going to go ahead and start this parent run. Just as an example, and so I can formulate my thoughts better. This is completely unscripted. I'm not gonna do no weird shenanigans. I'm just gonna do a parent run with Ballroom Sage Sky. I have as you want. You want as much friendship as possible in the first turns for this, and the first turn is already asked. So yeah, the good thing about Sage Sky is she has good aptitude, right? Obviously, I only took 1 mile spark, but I'm confident enough for her to win all those that it'll be fine. It won't be that big of a deal. So you want to build up friendships as you normally want to. You want to build up as much friendship as possible. So we're just gonna play around this for a bit. this is just like the standard here. Main scenario events. These either always give you just like random stats or a skill. There's like one with Umastan, there's one with Nimble Nav. There's just so many of these, and you're gonna come across these in almost every turn. And I think because you come across it so much, I'd say like it's actually like really good for it to have that, because obviously you're not training that much, like at all. You're just gonna be doing races, and you'll see the agenda I'll be using later, but you're just gonna be doing races. So oops, race, damn it, it's fine. It'll be the first part of what you should always do, in my opinion. So now you need to collect points every single time you race. You'll be collecting points, but they made the point cap so low. I don't think it was intended to race like 40 races. I don't think it was intended to be this way, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. Oh my god, I am sick right now, so if I apologize if that's a problem to you. So here, I'll show my agenda that I'll be running. Obviously, a lot of races. You don't need to, at most, usually with the affinity update, it shouldn't be like, G3s don't account for affinity anymore. It's only the G1s, so that's the nice part. So here's our first race. This race sucks, but I'll do it anyway. Especially this track. This track is the worst track in the game, but whoa, that's another nitpick for later. And you don't even need to like win these. Like, I'm not restarting. Another good thing about it is, well, obviously you're gonna lose. That's a con. You're gonna lose to bullshit, and that's fine, right? It's not the end of the world if you lose like every time. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It is really annoying though. Also, I don't have Sand Sky either. Like, obviously, like, you'll have, these are the stats you're probably going to have. I mean, I would have more wit, but I'm only running one wit, so it doesn't really matter. Like, you're gonna be losing to horrible Umas, right? And it's okay. It's gonna be a problem. You're always going to you're going to lose. A lot of people use the arguments like, oh, you lose so much more in Track Blazer, but you're doing like 30 to 40 races. You're gonna lose. Like, it's normal. You're going to lose, especially with like such a heavy a race heavy scenario. It's going to happen. It doesn't matter. And the fact that you can reset races, and you can like keep retrying them with more retries. Like, you normally get 3, but in Track Blazer you get 5, and that's a pro that it can go to. The fact that you get so many retries, I think that's a plus in my book. So, say if I were to lose a G1, like, I could retry this right now. Like, we can do that. We could retry this real quick. I'll probably lose anyway, but we'll see. Okay, there you go. I won. And I'd still have extra retries. Like, you would if you had 3 retries, you would never retry a G3 or G2. Never, ever. You would never do this. But god damn it. Whatever. But the fact that you can, and in more ways as well, I think is a W for it. I also want to mention, I didn't say anything about the shop, but I might as well talk about it. The shop is one of the best things in this one, and that's why I also kind of am excited for Grand Life, is because that scenario has a shop, and I really like the Track Blazer shop as well. and I like the way it works. It gives a lot of stats and like possibly like good a bunch of other bullshit that's good for you, like a lot of stats. Charming at the start of the year, fast learner. It can give you a lot of things, and I think that's also a plus side for this scenario. And while we're at it, I also like skimmed through aptitudes for like certain like Umas, like for example Haru in Winning Ticket. Like, yes, you will need a lot of sparks, a lot of useless sparks that you usually wouldn't put on your Uma. Like for example, you would like, why would you ever put Miles Sparks on a Super Creek? You don't need Miles Sparks. Like your Super Creek doesn't need it. But for this scenario, yes, your Super Creek needs Miles Sparks. Like at least you can't even get it to B. You have to get it to C, and then hope inspiration gives you a spark. Hope you get a pink from inspiration. Like that's how much Miles Sparks matter. But like you would rather not run them and run a different Uma than actually running them. I did in the whole 4 months this last Track Blazer. Oh, I've been doing Track Blazer runs. I've done a Super Creek run like twice. Maybe I take that early. Some people will tell you like don't buy skills, you don't need skills, blah 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 blah. But if you're losing a lot, I would take skills. Like sometimes I buy skills. Sometimes when I'm running a front runner, I just like, you get so many skill points. I think it's fine, and you get skills. I didn't even mention like getting skills from races. Like for example, I get to get a skill from here, not from this part, or from Akikawa, or stats. I got stats there, but usually you would get a skill on according to your according to your running style or the distance of the track. So that's a plus side. You just get so many skills from this, and I think that's the best, like another really good part of it, which makes another reason why it's so good for parent farming, because you get so many skills that you want, and you're not just getting random bullshit like what Unity Cup used to give. Now Unity Cup just gives skills that are on your cards, but it don't matter. So there you go. That's Junior Year Run. Very easy. That took a bit though. That definitely takes longer. They didn't. The biggest problem for this as well is how long the scenario is. This scenario takes like 40 minutes. Literally, this scenario would be the best one if it didn't take so long and it wasn't so draining. I also want to mention, like, people will like complain about the shop RNG and like just like the RNG from Skin Outbreak and all that. And I think that's like bullshit, because all scenarios have RNG tied to them, not just like from the game. So obviously like RNG from training, like if you fail it or like don't fail it or whatever, like every scenario has that. And I've seen actual arguments against Track Blazer saying that is bullshit. But I think it's like a nothing burger argument, because every scenario is gonna have fucking like bad RNG, like except like Ura. Like the only bad RNG from Ura that you can get at this point is like bad RNG from your support cards. I'm not even joking. And I got my OB. I only brought a Miles Spark and I'm still winning, and I'm winning by a lot. Ain't lost the bullshit yet, but like in certain races, like the Kikuka Show, less so the Kikuka Show and more the Tenno Show Spring, it is annoying. This race is the worst race in the game because it is a pure stamina check, and you just lose constantly to this race. I always lose this race. And it is so annoying. I hate Tenosho Spring. But I'll talk about it more when we get there. I also wanted to bring up this fact that I thought about it. And if we were to look through all these races, they're all turf, right? So if you were to bring no turf sparks to say like for Smart Falcon, the first graded dirt race you'd get is the Unicorn Stakes. That's the first graded race you'd get. And then you get a G1. But that is insane. You barely, like, there is barely any dirt races in this. Unless so long. There's like 4 unique long races. It's wild. And if you don't bring turf sparks, your dirt runner's cooked. They just are. Like, I have never done a career with Smart Falcon that I didn't bring turf sparks. I have always brought turf sparks. It doesn't matter to me because I am not willing to just constantly do pre-graded races, and like those don't give anything. Like, so when you win a race, sometimes you get a sometimes when you win a race, you get like random stuff. So like, for example, this you'll get stuff from that. But from pre-graded races, so G3 and under, you still get stuff, but you don't get good enough stuff. You get bad shit. You don't like shit you don't want in your wallet, bro. Like, you get notepads, like a 20%er. Like, that's how bad they are. So bruh. It's whatever. Oh, my shop is discounted. This is another good thing. The shop can be discounted, and I fuck with that heavy, man. The shop being able to be discounted is so nice. Genuinely, it is such a nice feature. And I also want to add, because of so many, like, because you get so many stats from like just the scenario and like scenario events and like your cards and then the shop, your stat line looks a little more like this. When in Unity Cup, it doesn't look like this at all. You would usually have like 400 speed, 400 power, 400 wit, and like 200 stamina and 200 guts. Like, I'm building a long runner, so obviously it's like this, but my Unity Cup run probably wouldn't look like this. It would look like, and Etsuko became my favorite NPC after this because it gives she constantly gives me mood ups. And then but yeah, that happens, and that's really annoying. Your fatigue, like skin outbreak, became like the antichrist to everyone after this scenario, because everyone just kept getting skin outbreaks. Let's see, do we got anything for this? No, not much. Okay, we can just do that then. Corner recovery, let's go. And I also want to bring this up because Maruzensky reminded me. I'm gonna lose this race. Definitely losing this. Hold on. Frankly, I hate NHK Mile. Sure. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm probably gonna lose this. This is probably going to eat a clock. NHK Mile Cup always takes a clock, and especially now that I don't have Mile A, it's definitely gonna eat a clock. Watch. I might have overprepared. Nope. I still lost. Again, like, especially with a front runner, like. This is another race that's really annoying. Usually I lose this. Usually I win this one more. I'm actually gonna eat all my clocks. It's actually gonna eat all my clocks this run. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, you cannot be serious. No, fuck that. I was gonna restart, but... Nah, I was gonna restart, but fuck that. I don't want to play this scenario again. I started this I started all of this back then, right before this came out, like a month or two before the scenario came out. I did not like Unity Cup at all. I thought it was a horrible scenario, and Trackblazer came out, and I was like, this is cool. I like this. But then it turned out I mean, I still liked it. I still like the scenario more than Unity Cup. I think Unity Cup sucks, but Frank, what was the thing I forgot I was gonna say something. That's right. So support cards actually finish in this scenario, and I know that probably shouldn't be a pro to Trackblazer, because I don't know if it's like that in or a finale, but in Trackblazer, your support card hints actually finish. Your SSRs, it's actually viable to bring multiple SSRs to this. But actually this run is kind of bad, low-key. It just turns around. I'll take that, I guess. Hold on, let me just sign in real quick. And I know a lot of people discredit Trackblazer for summer RNG, but that's not a purely Trackblazer thing. If anything, you have a higher chance of having a good summer on Trackblazer than everything else, because you have whistles. Whistles exist, and I think whistles being a thing really helps the scenario out, and that's just from the shop. That's another reason why the shop is I love the shop. My speed is low, but that's what you get for running Fuku speed. The card sucks, low-key, bro. I do want to mention the fact that there is no scenario card in this scenario. For Ura, there's Tazuna and Aoi, and then for Unity Cup there is Rico, and then the 4 Umas, Rice Shower, Fuku, Taiki Shuttle, and Haru. All those 4 are scenario cards, so those will be nice. So those, I guess, are nice, even though the skills are mostly ass, to be honest with you. Haru gives a dominable or something like that. It's a useless skill. You would never pick it over just the base skill you get. You get no stopping me for free if you just finish the scenario. There's barely any point where you would ever pick any of the other ones. Unless you're running a mile runner and you want Mile Maven from Taiki Shuttle, but you don't ever want any of the other ones. They're just so bad. Now, I really wish I got Saiyan Sky's ult from the base ult, but I guess not. There you go. Good. Okay, we're just gonna autopilot here for now. There's nothing really happening here. This is just this is what normally you'd see in a run, just doing races, right? Also, I just thought about this. I remember someone saying this, and I thought it was actually a good point about this scenario is that sometimes you have to think with the scenario. Sometimes, not all the times. Sometimes. Now, what do I mean by that? For example, say this wasn't Japan. Say we're on. Actually, I'll do it with this turn. I'll do it with the next one. We'll run this real quick, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, there you go. Now what I was going to talk about. Now, we're in early December. I've raced 3 times already, right? I could race here. I could use a charm here for like an easy upgrade, or I race again. Now, you could say that's stupid. Why would you race again? Well, there's a reason why the highest tiers of Umas that are built in Track Blazer have so many runs, because they don't look at this and think of them of like being scared, like, oh, I don't want to run another race because I'm scared. Like, no, they race so much to get as much value out of the shop as much as possible. So I'm probably gonna get something out of this real quick. I'll just do that. Or if you want to, if there's a good training day and it's not a G1 day, because it's not a G1 turn, like a non-G1 turn, you could skip that and take the training. No, I didn't. I did get after repeated races, but that doesn't matter. I have a shield in this one, so I'm just going to do this, and I don't have a chance of getting skin outbreak again for some reason. I don't really know if that's intended or not. Like, you won't ever, like, you don't ever get a skin outbreak / repeated races event after that for some reason. I think that was unintentional, but it's whatever. Obviously, there's that, and gives you an Omni boost. And here's another thing. I never see anyone talk about this. Your skill levels up every year. Not you don't have to wait until senior year for your skill to start upgrading. You just get level 2 after junior year, after winning a bunch of races. Your speed, your skill just upgrades, just like that. And I think that is really nice. I don't know why I used that. Why did I use that? That was stupid. Now my stats are, I don't like my stats right now. I think my stats are actually pretty bad right now. For the most part, actually. I should have probably dropped Fine Mo and brought another speed car for this parent run, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with what the scenario brings to the table. Now, in senior year, there's definitely like way more races, like for every type of runner. But honestly, dude, I still think like you're still cooked regardless of your aptitude. Like, that's why it's so important, and I want to add this. That's just like a massive con. You don't ever want your scenario alienating Umas. Like, Curran was one of my favorite Umas to train in Unity Cup. Like, just even though I hated that scenario, to be honest. But what is this? I've never seen this. Whatever. There's nothing. Like, you don't ever want your scenario alienating certain Umas. I don't know of any scenario alienates Umas like this one does. Like, if I barely ever raced with Curran Chan. Ever. I've done like little to no careers with her because, one, she has mild D. She basically has one aptitude she can comfortably run in, and that's sprints. Obviously in turf, but oh my god, like, it is useless, borderline. Like, she was like a dead weight at that point, and that's really sad because I really like Curran Chan, and I don't want to know what Manhattan Cafe players were going through during the scenario, because low-key, Manhattan Cafe is also ass in the scenario. She has, like, what, Mile F, Medium B for some reason, and Long A as a late surger. Now, late surgers and enclosers have a harder time winning than pacers and fronts usually do. But, like, oh my god, bro. This inspiration's probably ass, actually. But you know what? I still have decent stats, like, kind of. I have okay-ish stats at this point. I'm gonna recreate here. I've clicked wit once, and I almost have 500 wit just from races. Like, that's just incredible. I might lose this, actually. Genuinely. Never mind. Okay, good. I thought I didn't have enough speed, but it's fine. Yeah, Tenno Show, like, if you're not building a long runner, that's gonna eat a clock. Like, every time. Every single time. That is going to eat a clock. And it's really annoying. Don't lose. I might lose. I think I'm gonna lose. Oh my god, I apologize. I lost again. These Tokyo turf races are super fucking annoying. I'm just gonna skip through these parts because they're kind of useless. There's no point in talking about these parts of the races. I'm probably going to lose this too. Watch. Should have brought Mile A Sparks. Yeah, no, this run is fucking horrid. And also, like, if you don't have clocks, like, you're dead. Basically dead. Like, I've barely played the scenario the last few these last few weeks because, like, I am so tired of this scenario. Like, especially since it was my first full scenario that I've played, like, fully. It is so bad, and the fact that the devs didn't even, like, push anything, like, early for this is beyond me. Like, why didn't you push the Affinity update early? Why didn't you do any of that? No, they just left it as it was. They knew what would happen. Oh, okay, you just give me fast runner. Discounted as well. This is what I was talking about. The shop is just goated. I can't glaze the shop enough, bro. The shop is just incredible. I love the shop. The shop is awesome. Oh my god, I am so sick. And then, yes. This summer, low-key cooking. Okay. Yes, bro. Yes. Okay. This okay. We just turned it around just like that. I'm fine with this. I wish I had more speed anklets and not a power anklet in my back pocket, but it's fine. God damn it. Okay. Hell no. I'm not risking losing a G3 mile race because my aptitude is B and not A. I'm gonna be real, bro. I don't think I've gotten many skills at all. Oh, now Fuku's starting her chain. Cool. I'm gonna lose it? No, I'm not. I guess not. Sure. Okay, we can do this. I have a cure all. I don't need another one. Yeah, I'll take this. Thank you very much. And now, low-key, bro, genuinely, I might just race 8 times. Because I'm not a pussy, but I don't know. It depends. Damn it. You're giving me a... You're giving me carrots. At this point? Yeah, no, I'm racing again, bro. What that? Well, I'm racing at least 7 times in a row, and my mood is definitely not going to be in a good spot. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people like are scared to run more than 3 races because they get like the 30 stat loss, and I'm like, you gain that back like as soon as you race a G1, right? It's fine. You don't need to be scared. I don't know why people are so scared to run multiple times. They shouldn't like at all be scared to do that. It's fine if you get like the 30 stat loss. You're gonna gain it back, right? This scenario gives so many small stats that it accumulates, and it doesn't even matter. You're gonna gain all those stats back. It's like easy. What the fuck? There you go. So here we are. Let's go again. The goat. I'm getting a lot of wit with all my soul. That's borderline useless, but it's fine. Okay, there's the skin outbreak. Oh, thank you. So we can do this. We can activate both of these. Also, like the final shop RNG. This is the one thing that is infuriating about the shop. The last shop RNG. So when you finish the senior year of said run, the shop doesn't refresh anymore. Like as soon as you get the first turn of the finals, the shop resets and it doesn't reset again. That's what you have for the final one, for the final shop. And sometimes, one time it gave me 3 glow sticks. That's the only thing it gave me, and like 7 guts. It is one of the worst things that happened. It was so annoying. All my chains are finishing. Oh my god. It's so nice compared to Unity Cup. When your chain just doesn't finish at all. But yeah, I mean, like, it's really annoying when that happens and I want to rip my ears out in frustration. I apologize if I'm snake. That's why. Okay, me winning that is kind of stupid because I lost like every other G1 mile race, and then I just win that. Wow, I've got it 3 times in a row. And okay, sure, bro. At least you ended it before it ended itself, before the final turn. Now I could. I'm actually going to recreation here. Give me karaoke. I would love karaoke. Yes! Okay, perfect. And claw machine. Okay. Let me just do this real quick, actually. What? That thing should weigh nothing. Okay, bro. Whatever. Whatever. Let go. No. Oh, come on, bro. Are you kidding me? At least let me get something. I guess you're gonna be holding something and then you're gonna drop. Let go. Thank God. At least I got something. got a chud little cutie. But whatever. Okay. Go away. That should be another boot up though. Yep. Okay. We love the claw machine. We love claw machine. This is another part. Your facilities are such low level. Like after classic year, there's so many races that sometimes your facilities will look like this. Like it's not, or sometimes even worse. Like the most you'll probably get is like a 50. It's like level 3, like how it is now. Like you won't get anything else. That's it. It's really not the best. I can't lie. It's not good. I might have to do this again, but nah, I'm not gonna record that shit. Okay, no. Okay, dodging danger. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't have prudent. I don't have prudent, but it's another thing. Like you get prudent from a free event in this scenario event. You get a lot of omni boosts too. Okay, what is the shop looking like? Okay, it's not bad. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I didn't have a single hammer. Now I have 3 for all 3 races. You know what? That's good. Low key, this is buns. This is also buns, but it's better than what we had. At the 1100, like, extra thing. Probably. I probably won't even get 1,000 on 3 stats. I'm definitely gonna get it on power and maybe speed, but I'm probably not gonna get it from anything else. Also, like a good thing about it is those little chuds from the Unity Cup team, little Kokon and what's the other's name? And Bitter Glass are like super chuds in this one. Like they are such bad racers. They're always at the bottom. Like there was Bitter Glass. They're always ass, okay? And I'm so glad because those two were the most annoying motherfuckers in Unity Cup. I might, if I ever do a Unity Cup version of this, I'm downing them as a con, as an L, as a nay, bro. Because those fuckers were the most annoying pricks I've ever seen in my life. They were so annoying. I fucking hate those guys. And they're so egotistic, especially little Kokon. She was a little hoe. Anyway, that's enough about that. If you want me to do a Unity Cup one, I can do a Unity Cup one. It sure as hell will take less time than this one, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll get 1,000 speed. It's probably not a good parent, but I have fast learner, so we'll see what happens, right? Okay. Cough it all up. Okay, there you go. Radiant Star. Not good. Not good. To be honest with you. Right-handed. Wait, no. No. Yes. 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 No. Not really. Okay. Let's see how much of this I actually inherit, because probably not anything at all, but we'll see, right? I didn't get really good skills. I got hot ass for skills. How is that double S, bro? 2 wit front runner. Unfortunately, they're both kind of buns, but okay. So what is the best thing about Trackblazer? Well, you get a lot of skills, really nice ones. You also get a lot of shit skills that you don't want usually. The shop is really nice. It's too long. That's a con. That's not good. The aptitude thing is a problem, and probably like a big reason why most people didn't even bother with this, because a lot of JP players, like Japanese players, said this was one of the worst scenarios to play. But it's like inherently different from like every other scenario. Like most of them are training focused, and this one's race focused, and I think that's really cool. That's also why I like it. It's different. Could it have been done in better execution? Absolutely. Like, you can't tell me it was. You can't tell me it's a good scenario. It's not, right? But I think it's different. It makes you think. It's not just click, 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 like the same thing over and over again. It's not just that. And I think it also like gives variety in how you build your Umas, because a lot of people ran Tama, like in that one Mauseum in the Tokyo Turf 1600, people ran Tama as a backliner because of, even though she had Maui, but because you needed Mile Sparks anyway, a lot of people just ran her like that. And also this depending on who you are, the fact that there's no career goals is, depending on who you are, is good. In my opinion, I think it's a plus and a minus. The fact that you don't have any of their story in like present at all during the Trackblazer run, it gets kind of boring. But also, then you have Umas, for example, like Urban, which you have to place third in Tenno Show Spring, and Gold City, which is a mile runner. You'd have to, get enough stamina to just place in said Tenno Show Spring. It's even harder with Bourbon because she has low stamina, and 2, she's a front runner, which inherently take up a lot more stamina than a backliner like Gold City. But I mean, come on, dude. That's just the unfortunate part. But I think depending on who you are, it's a pro and a con. For me, it's a pro because I get to run City however the fuck I want, since she's one of my favorite characters. And same with Bourbon. So yeah, I mean, if you want me to do one for Unity Cup, I can definitely do so. I'm less extensive on Unity Cup, but I definitely wouldn't mind doing it. And I might do one for Grand Live once that scenario ends as well. But we'll see. We'll see how this video does, and if it does well, and you guys want to see a Unity Cup version, I'm definitely fine with that. I don't think we'll do a Euro one. Frankly, I think Yura is just too bare bones to be ranked. There's nothing. It's the baseline. It's the base scenario. I don't think there's any pros and cons to it. Unity Cup though has a lot of problems, and a lot of people say that it saved the Musume when it kind of did, but there's a lot of problems. There's so many problems to it that I think just make this scenario probably not as good as it should be. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think out of the 3 we have now, Trackblazer is probably the best one, but not by much. It's still an inherently flawed scenario. It's not good in the slightest. I think Unity Cup, while yes, it is fun to go back to Unity Cup, I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be, at all. I don't think it's not even close. I said, old Unity Cup is dog shit. It is horrible. New Unity Cup is way better. But I think if I were to say if Unity Cup is better, the new version, it probably is better than Trackblazer. But is probably the worst one. Not because it's bad, but because it's the first one. So yeah, I mean, okay. I think that's it from me. I will see you all later. If you want me to do a Unity Cup one, I'm completely down. But this one's already probably going to take a while. So yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye.